All right, this is a video. I'm going to show you some of the steps in progress. I'm framing these right now, and I put them into basic frames that are temporary because most of the time people have things reframed themselves. So these are designed to go directly into the frame that I have, an 11 by 14 frame, and this paper is 11 by 14. And I don't put them with a mat, so it's just a basic frame. But these are intended to stay attached with hinge mounts. I just wet them both up, stick them down there where they can't be seen, and then the painting, 3 of them. These aren't wet, they're dry. And I wet them with a wet rag. There's not water in there. The rag itself is wet and squeezed out. It's more than damp and less than wet. Okay, so those are in there like that, holding it back. There is, however, no mat that goes around them, and the purpose of a mat is to keep the drawing or painting from touching the glass, and it does touch the glass in these. And these frames are, by the way, glass and not plexiglass, so that's a big plus. So if they are reframed, then this, which is an 11 by 14 piece of watercolor paper, the same kind of watercolor paper as this, Canson. Let's see. So if it does go into a larger piece, then a backing, a matte backing, a nice matte backing can be put, and then the mat itself can be, 2 inches or so. And these should have around them about 1/8 of an inch all the way around. And that can be accomplished very easily by attaching this backing to a piece of mat board that's the same size as the frame, and then arranged so that the window in it will be right there. You just can staple it on, tape it on, whatever you want to do. It's not going to hurt it because this is there. So they are designed to be reframed, but they are not really to be taken off of the backing. So this one is all lined up the way it needs to go, and I'm getting ready to wet those and stick them in. These here are ready to be attached to that. I leave them to get bone dry before I move them. And then these over here are all set up with the frames, and all of the stuff that I've been doing, I've been framing this way. Okay, so again, with a larger mat around them, this one in particular, I think, is going to call for a larger frame and a larger mat, and I'm going to maybe I'll take it over to the framer. I have some frames coming that have larger mats. Also, you can attach this with the tape, sticky side of the tape sticking up, directly to the back of a mat once the window is there. You can attach it to the backing, or you can attach it to the mat with the window. It's not going to show. But this one here, I think, probably calls for a larger frame because there's so much motion in it, and he's running and jumping off, and he might look like he's running into a wall in the frame. So these are all glued and taped and ready to go. Let's put this one up so you can see it. Yeah, it may be too constricting for this one. Maybe not, because this is going to go about like so, and you won't see this much of the white. I'll try to put that on another explanatory note. Yeah, so this actually does have a very nice little mat in it. But these are not standard size. And when something is matted, the bottom is always supposed to be bigger than the top, always. And these standard frames have them an equal size all the way around because they're made so that you can hang it vertically or horizontally. So they just make all of those parts equal, but that's not good practice. And so on these, this is like 1 inch, and this is 1 inch and 1/8, something like that. Or even, yeah, or 1 and 1/16, maybe. It's small, but all of these, the bottom part is larger than the top part because visually it looks that way. If they're hanging on the wall, if this one is the same size, is the same size as this one, it looks like it's falling down. So that's your standard advice. So these are all ready to go. Oh, and this is what you can see here. It's called a hinge. It's sort of hinge matted. A hinge mat, you can open the front and drop it down, and I like those too, but these are put on with hinge mounts. It's just paper tape. So, and if it does come off of here, you can just cut, like there was an accident on one. Somebody spilled some wine somewhere after they bought it. So this took up a lot of it. A larger mat would have helped with that, but this had to go. But these things here, it's just paper tape. It'll last a long, long time. And you can cut them and just leave the stuff attached to the painting itself. Don't pull them off, though, because they'll pull bits of paper with them. So you just leave it attached until it gets so old it falls off, which will be 100 years from now. So, gosh, 7.5 minutes just to do something simple like this. Thank you for watching this, and I'm keeping this for information for people who buy my work that's framed in these things, because they are intended to be, they're safe the way they are, but they're ready to be reframed. But just show this video to your framer. Bottom has to be bigger. So we might have like 1/8 of an inch all the way around here, and then a 2-inch mat all the way around, and the bottom a 2 1/4 inch mat. But 1/8 of an inch is nothing, and the mat keeps the glass away from the painting, especially after they've been in a frame and squished down. So these small frames, but it helps me keep my price down. And for heaven's sake, don't spend more on the frame than you did on the painting. Okay. Thank you very much. Watch my other videos. Subscribe. It's free. Give me a thumbs up. Make a comment. It helps get my videos up where other people will see them, people I don't know, and who like this kind of information. I'm very, very, very traditionalist with my art materials. There's good reason for tradition. Just try it. You'll like it. The older you get, the more you'll appreciate tradition. So, yeah, creativity is not just doing the opposite of what is usually done. Creativity is doing exactly what you want to do within certain confines. Without those confines, you don't have that urge to really be creative. You can't be creative in a vacuum, which is just, by the way, has nothing to do with framing. Thank you for watching.